Computing at Bath. What are the computing facilities for students like here?
Actually, they're pretty good, really. They got Suns and these nice PCs around here, so yeah, pretty good.
The computing facility for students here have an enormous potential to find out whatever you want anywhere in the world.
I think the computing facilities on campus are generally quite good. They offer pretty much everything you could want. I mean, they've got the word processors for your reports, and there's the electronic mail or whatever if you want to chat with any of your friends at any other universities. Generally, it's really quite good, yeah.
They use it for writing up lab reports. The word processing facilities are good for that, and Lotus Excel, which they have on here, is also good for doing spreadsheet work with, for processing results.
Efficient, open 24 hours, which is great, and very modern and up to date, I'd say.
The PC Lab, in room 225 1 West, is one of the facilities where you can go to use a computer. It's open to staff and students on a first-come, first-served basis. Sometimes it's block-booked for classes. The lab is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Outside the hours of 9 and 6, access is controlled by a keypad. You'll need a username and password to access the computers. This should have been issued to you at registration. The facilities on offer are Microsoft Word for word processing, Microsoft Excel, a spreadsheet, Pine for electronic mail, access to the library catalogue, access to the campus information service, and other more advanced software for graphics, computer-aided design, statistics and programming. This video will explain how computing at Bath works and show you how to use it. More detailed information on all the subjects we cover can be found in the Information Management Workbook. By the end of this program, you should be able to describe the basic elements of the campus network, explain what kind of programs are available to you, explain where your files are stored, know where to go for help, know where to go for information. BUCS PCs are diskless, which means they don't have a hard disk inside and you can't save your data or program files on them. These files are all stored on the campus file server, Mungo, which is in the BUCS Computer Centre on the other side of the campus. BUCS stands for Bath University Computing Service and is a central service unit for all computer users on campus. But more on them later. Your files are transferred from any of the BUCS PCs to the central file server via fibre optic cable. Now this might seem a very small machine to carry all the files from so many computers, which could be working round the clock. To help you get this in perspective, you need to know something about how computers save information. Computer information is saved in binary digits, called bits. 8 bits together are called a byte. A byte is a single character in a document. You may be familiar with these disks. They hold 1.44 megabytes of information. That's 1,440,000 bytes. An A4 page of text would take up about 4,000 bytes, roughly equal to 3,600 pages per disk. The campus file server has a storage capacity of 30,000 million bytes, equivalent to 21,000 floppy disks. Because there are currently more than 1 million files stored here and more than 7,000 registered users, each user is restricted to 8 megabytes of file space for data files. That's roughly equal to 5 floppy disks. The PC Lab is not the only place you can find BUCS PCs on the campus network. There are also more than 50 similar PCs on various levels of the library, plus labs in schools. Altogether, there are approximately 6,000 academic staff and students working on the campus and around 1,200 computers attached to the network. A map of the campus computer network looks like this. This is known as a LAN, or local area network. So why do you need to know about this network? What can it do for you? You may need to share files with a friend, perhaps for a project you're working on together. So you create a document or file and save it on the campus file server, and then you want to show it to her. But she's not coming into the PC lab until 12 o'clock and you need to be in the bar by then. So you send her an electronic mail or email message. Using an email program like Pine, you can send her a message asking her to come and find you in the bar later, or you can send her the actual file of your document. You can also use it to contact friends at other universities. Email is useful and fun, and it's free. When you're using Pine, you're going through the campus mail server, which handles more than 1,000 mail messages every day. Now the crunch time has come, and you have to show this work to your tutor. So you need to print it. Via the network, you can send your work to one of the laser printers in the library. In a matter of minutes, your file will be printed along with an identifying front sheet and be filed away until you collect it. Current cost is 10p per sheet. Another network service available to you is BIDS, or Bath Information and Data Services. This system gives you access to thousands of articles in professional and academic journals and other publications all over the world. Again, you need a special password to access BIDS, which will be issued to you by your school or the library. A little closer to home is the search facility of our own library catalogue. Via the network, you can search the catalogue for books and publications under title, author or subject. More information on how to access BIDS and the library catalogue can be found in your workbook. So, to recap, you can use the network to save your files on the campus file server, email your friends or tutor, print your document, or search the library or other bibliographic indexes for information on books and publications. But that's not all. You may have heard of the information superhighway. Well, at Bath, we're very much part of that worldwide communication system. The Internet, to give it its proper name, is a series of networks which allows government, commercial and academic institutions to share information. It's an international system with millions of users in more than 30 countries. Information providers on the Internet offer you access to all kinds of information, including stuff about Bath. The best way to access it is via a program called Mosaic, and again, details are in the workbook. The university has its own campus information service, where you can find lots of local information, including local train timetables, university radio Bath schedules, and what's on. This information service can be accessed via any Bucks PC. Having told you all the things you can do on the network, here's something you can't do: play games. Much as we'd like to provide a computer for every user, right now that's just not possible. And if you're spending hours on SimCity or Battle Chess, then you're preventing other students from getting on the PC. Please don't do it. It isn't friendly. We know exactly who is using which programs, and we will catch you. When we catch you, you may have your access to the computing facility withdrawn. You have been warned. You may need to buy floppy disks, software or other computing type things, and right next to the PC lab you'll find Bush, commonly known as the computer shop. This is both shop and information point, where you can pick up free copies of Bucks information sheets, and it's where you go if you've forgotten your password. We've talked a lot about Bucks and the services they offer. You might like to know a little more about them. Bucks consists of about 25 computing types who exist to enable you, the user, to get the best use from computing facilities on campus. Most of them are based in a building on the south side of campus, but the user support team is near the PC lab in 1 West. There's a good reason for this. This is where you go when you need help with the computing system, the help desk. If you have problems when you're working with Bucks PCs, you can contact these nice people by walking down the corridor, or you can email them. If they can't help you with the problem, they'll know a man who can. Everything you've seen in this program is covered in much greater detail in the Information Management Workbook. But by now, you should at least have some idea of how the campus computing facility is structured and of the services available to you.